guys, it's Hannah. So I finally thought it was time to bring y'all a book recommendation video. Now, whenever I first started watching BookTube, I wanted to look up all of the book recommendations to get all the books I can because I just love book recommendation videos. So that is what I am bringing to y'all. So let's get started. I'm going to try to really recommend books to y'all that aren't as hyped up and people don't normally talk about. There are going to be popular books in here that you probably know about already, but for the most part I'm going to try to recommend non-hyped up books. So I have some of the books, and then I don't have some of the other books that I'm recommending because some of the books I did read at a later time, I guess you can say. And yeah. So the first book I'm recommending is The Last Thing I Remember by Andrew. We're just gonna go with Clavin. So I really enjoyed this book, and I did not think that I was going to. It's about this boy, and the last thing he can remember is him asking for this girl's number and her giving it to him, and he wakes up in a chair tied to it by this terrorist group. They're asking him to like give them answers and stuff like that, and basically he just cannot remember the last year that's been going on. So it's about him trying to get out of this place that they have him captured in and figure out his past and what's been happening with this terrorist group. So the next book is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Now, this is a popular series, but I just wanted to recommend it to people who haven't read it because it is really a good book. I did not think I was going to like this series just because it was so hyped up, and I was like, oh, another hyped up series that I'm probably not going to like, but it was really good. Like, I am still going crazy about Cress, and just read this series, please. Just read it. The next book is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. This book, I did a book review on it. It is amazing, and that's all you need to know. I mean, it's a pretty popular book. Everybody's been talking about it. So the next book is The Iron King by Julie Kagawa. I adored this book. It was amazing. It's about Fae, and if you love Fae, you will love this book. So the next book and final book in the actual physical copies I have of books that I want to recommend is Inside by Maria V. Schneider. Now this is two books in one. So the first book is Inside Out and the second book is Outside In. So in this book they are on this spaceship, and the girl, which is one of the lower people, like any society, they'll have the rich, powerful people, and then they'll have the poor, non-interesting people, to say the least. And the girl, which is on one of the lower level people, she gets caught up in this revolution, and it's just about her journey. It is so good. I'm sad that there's only two books because I really enjoyed this whenever I did read this way back when. So now we go into the books that I don't have but I have read. So the first book I have already recommended to y'all, but I will recommend it again if I didn't get the point across. And that book is Bloodlines by Rochelle Mead. This book is amazing. It's the spin-off of Vampire Academy, which is another amazing series. So just read both of those and you'll be happy, and you will love the characters until you die. I still think about Rose and Sydney and Adrian and Dimitri, and I just love them. So this next book I just recently read, like a few weeks ago to a month ago, something like that, and that is The Winner's Curse by Marie Rakowski. this book, it was really good. It was really good. I thought it was so interesting. It's about this girl and she goes to this auction type thing, like to bid on slaves, which she is against. She normally doesn't bid, but she sees this boy and he has life in his eyes, as she describes it, and she ends up bidding for him. But there is a twist about him, and of course there's romance in it. There's all kinds of amazing things. I still haven't read the second book, but I just thought that this first book was so amazing. The next book is Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. Oh my, this is one of my favorite series of all time. I think that it is so beautifully written, and if you have not read it, you need to go read it now. That's all I'm saying about it. Just go read it right now, right this second. So this next book I read quite a while ago, but I still think about it. I think that it is amazing, and that book is Kissed by an Angel by Elizabeth Chandler. This girl's boyfriend dies, and then he comes back as like this ghost angel thing, and it's just about that happening, and then it's just amazing. It's just amazing. Go read it now. The next book I have, again, recommended already, but I will recommend again, and that book is A Long, Long Sleep by Anna Sheehan. This book I thought was great. Like, it's about this girl, and her parents put her in this, like, sleep chamber, but, like, it preserves your age, but you're not supposed to be in there for a long time, and she ends up being in there for, like, I think it's 30 years, something like that. So her boyfriend that she had at that time has already grown up. Her parents are, I think, dead, and everything around her has completely changed, and she has to deal with that. So it's just about her journey through all of this that has happened. Next book I loved so much, and that is Incarnate by Jodie Meadows. The covers are very colorful and amazing, and that's what drew my attention to it. It's about this society of people that are reincarnated over a span of like 200 years. They keep reincarnating, and they all have their certain jobs, and they're all very educated until this man ends up killing one of these souls, and a new soul gets put into the mix, and everybody's like freaking out because nobody has never not been reincarnated. So this new soul, as they call her, has to grow up in this world where everybody hates her because she basically stole that other soul's spot. I guess you can call it that. But it was really great. Next book is Switched by Amanda Hocking. I loved this series. Like, I was obsessed with it for a little while. It's about this girl who is with this family until this guy comes along and is like, you're actually not human, you're actually a troll, and you were switched at birth with the human baby, and you grew up with this human family, so you need to come back with me. Basically, that's exactly what happened. And a lot of things happen along the way, a lot of amazing things, so you just have to read it to find out. The next book is Nightshade by Andrea Kremer, and it's about werewolves, which I was kind of put off at first because I don't normally read books about werewolves because I'm kind of just done with the whole vampire werewolf thing, but I loved this book. It was so different from like other wolf books, so yeah. The next book is by David Levithan, which is Everyday. It's a very beautifully written book. I loved it. It made me so happy and so sad at times, and I feel like it would do the same for other people who read it. Now we're down to the last two books that I will be recommending, and the second to last book is Under the Never Sky by Veronica Rossi. So, this book is very much underhyped, and I feel like other people need to know about it, so go read it now so we can talk about it and love it together. The last book, you might have heard about it, but I will tell it to you anyway. That book is Across the Universe by Beth Revis. I still think about this book to this day. That is how good it is. It is about this ship. It's in outer space, and they're supposed to be going to this planet, but they've been in outer space for like, I think 20 years, and they have some people in some chambers where they're asleep until one day this one certain girl gets awakened out of her, like, I don't know what they're called, like, I'll just call it sleep. She gets awakened out of her sleep. They don't age. They don't age in this sleep. But she gets awakened out of it by this boy, and she has to deal with all of the things that are going on this ship and see what's happening, and there's a lot of things that's going on this ship that are very like, oh my god. So yeah, it's so good. It is so good. I just want to reread it. That is one of the series I am definitely going to be rereading. So that is it for my book recommendations. I hope that you take some of these books that I have recommended and read them and enjoy them. And if you do, comment down below and tell me what you think about them, because I like to talk to people about books. So thank you all for watching. You have a great day. See you in the next video.